Well, my New York Times rant has only been on the internet a few hours, and already I've gotten a comment from some whack job calling me a deluded blonde in a nonsensical, grammatically incorrect fashion. So, great! Think I did a good job. I normally wouldn't respond to those kinds of things, but I'm just kicking back in my apartment, I'm having a brewski, Conan's not on for another 15 minutes, and, hey, why not? This kind of stuff is fun for me, so here we go. So the New York Times did us a service by exposing Bush corruptions, you say? Okay, well, let me begin by reading you an excerpt from an editorial the Times ran in September of 2001. The Bush administration is preparing new laws to help track terrorists through their money laundering activity and is readying an executive order freezing the assets of known terrorists. Much more is needed, including stricter regulations, the recruitment of specialized investigators, and greater cooperation with foreign banking authorities. There also must be closer coordination among America's law enforcement, national security, and financial regulatory agencies. Just to clarify, that's the New York Times calling on the government to cooperate with foreign banking authorities to track terrorists. So, the hypocritical little weasels are actually blowing the whistle on a program they advocated. Chew on that a little bit. Okay, well, let's move on to the article itself. I'll spell it out to you. First off, the Supreme Court has squarely held that bank records are not constitutionally protected private information. Why do you think people launder money? Why do you think people have Swiss bank accounts? Because the government can obtain this information without seeking a warrant from a court. Because the bank depositor has already revealed his transactions to his bank, or in the case of the program the Times outed, to a whole slew of banks that participate in the complicated international wire transfers overseen by the Belgian clearinghouse known as the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, or SWIFT. To get specific information about individual terror suspects, intelligence agents prepare an administrative subpoena, which is then issued after an extensive internal agency review. Agents are only allowed to seek information based on intelligence tying specific individuals to Al-Qaeda. They must document the intelligence behind every search request and maintain electronic records of every search. And a board of independent auditors from banks reviews the subpoena request to make sure that only the terror suspect's transactions are traced. The government does not monitor a terror suspect's international wire transfers in real time. The records of his transactions are delivered weeks later, and Americans' routine financial transactions such as ATM withdrawals or domestic banking lie completely outside of the SWIFT database. And what's more, the administration briefed congressional leaders and the 9/11 Commission about this system. So yeah, oodles of corruption going on here, buddy. Man, gosh, I love being right. I mean, it's really a natural high, like a feeling just right here. It's just, yeah, woo! Oh, I love it. I mean, you should really try it sometime. So, yeah, I think my work here is done. I mean, unless you want me to clarify something else, I've got time. I've got beers. That's fine. Just let me know. Okay, well, booyakasha, I'm out. Until next time, you stay classy. Bye.